Hey guys, hi, welcome back. So in the previous videos, we have completed the lectures related to complex analysis, right? So from now, we will solve the questions of previous year and the topics will be complex analysis and it's very obvious. And we will start with JEST, okay? And in this video, I have done all the questions that have come to date up to 2020. Okay, all the questions of complex analysis is done. So let's start with the first question here. So what is the first question here? The first question is the value of the integral, integration 0 to infinity, ln x by 1 plus x square whole square dx is. So you will have to find the value of this integral. Okay, so here first thing you see, here you're having ln x, right? So due to the presence of ln x, this integral, it is neither even nor it's odd. Means it's not even, it's not odd. It means this integral 0 to infinity ln x 1 plus x square whole square, it is not equals to 1 by 2 minus infinity to plus infinity ln x by 1 plus x square whole square. All right. Now, first what we will do, we will write the function as fz is equals to what? ln z by 1 plus z square whole square. Now let's find the pole. So for pole, what we are doing? We are putting the denominator to be equals to 0. So from here, what you will get? 1 by z square equals to 0. That implies z square equals to minus 1. Okay. Z square equals to minus 1. Minus 1 means what? I square. So it will give you z is equals to plus minus I. Right? One more thing you have to see, when you will put z equals to what? 0. Okay, when you will put z equals to 0, the function becomes undefined, right? That means the function is not analytic. So z also is equals to 0. It is also a singular point, right? So I'm writing here at z equals to 0, the function is undefined. Okay, that is at z equals to 0, the function is analytic. All right. So here you're having two poles from here and one more pole from here. That is z equals to 0 plus I minus I. Now we know in this type of integral, we are considering only the upper half. The negative imaginary part is what? Ignored. Okay. The pole which will be minus I. Okay. That is ignored. So only 0 and plus I will lie within the contour. All right. So how we are solving this type of integral? So for this, we will take integration minus infinity to plus infinity ln z by z square plus 1 whole square dz. It will be equals to what? 2 pi I. Okay. It is equals to the what? Sum of the residues. Yes or no? So the residues for z equals to I. Right? So how you will get it? It's imaginary lying in the imaginary. So the value of the integral you will get by what? 2 pi I into with the residue. How you will get the residue? This is residue for what? F z equals to I plus, here you will have what? Pi I, because z equals to 0, it will lie on the real axis. For real axis, the residue is pi I. Okay, we are divided by 2. You can see the lectures also if you're having confusion, okay? Because these things I have already discussed in the lectures. So here what you will get? Pi I, and this is the residue of the function at z equals to 0. All right. Now you see 2 pi I. So here this z is equals to plus minus I. It is pole of order 2. So how we are finding the residues of such? It is 1 by factorial 1. It is n minus 1. So it is factorial 1. This is d to the power n minus 1. So it is d dz. And here you will have what? Z minus I whole square. Yes or no? This is what you will have. And here you are having the function that is ln z by z minus I whole square, z plus I whole square. All right. And this side the residue at z equals to 0. So this is simple. You will just write z minus 0. Yes or no? This is ln z by the function 1 plus z square whole square. Clear? Now this z minus I gets cancelled. here, and you will get it to be what? You can just see, you can solve it in the next step also, but I'm doing this step here. dz ln z by z plus I whole square plus pi I, okay, z minus 0 ln z by 1 plus z square whole square. Okay, so this is the first part, this is the second part. Okay, so now what we will do, first we will see the residue. Okay, residue for the function at z equals to 0. So what you were having, it was z minus 0, it was ln z in the numerator, the function, and it is z square plus 1 whole square. So this type of evaluation is done by replacing z by 1 by t. So when you will do so, what you will write here, this is 1 by t, right? And this is ln 1 by t. In the denominator, what you will have? You will have 1 by t square plus 1 whole square. Now you see, when z is what? Replaced by 1 by 2, 1 by t, okay? So z is equals to 0. Yes or no? That means t will tends to what? Infinity. So the limit will be what? T tends to infinity. All right. So further you can write it as limit t tends to infinity. This can be written as what? 1 by t is t to the power minus 1. That is minus ln t. Right? Divided by t. And here you can write 1 by 1 plus 1 by t square whole square. Clear? Now you see, you can see when you will put what? T tends to infinity, then this will be 1 by infinity 0, and this term will reduce to what? 1. You will have only this term, right? So this type of limit problem, it is solved by what? L'Hopital rule. Okay, if you have any function which is having limit x tends to what? A, and it is in the form of fx by gx, and if you are getting, when you will put x tends to a, and if you will get the form of 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, then how you will solve this type of limits problem? Limit x tends to a, and if these fx and gx must be differentiable, then you will write f prime x g prime x, and thus just put the limit. Okay, this is the L'Hopital rule. The same thing we will do here. You see here, when you will put it to be infinity, it will be giving you what? Infinity by infinity, right? This is giving you the form of infinity by infinity. So you will have to just differentiate this. Okay, so you will get it to be what? Minus 1 by t, right? This is what you will get, because you are having what? ln minus ln t, right? So you know what? ln x, differentiating, you will get what? 1 by x. This is what you are getting. So here you are getting minus 1 by t, and this will give, denominator will give you 1, and here you are having what? Limit t tends to infinity. When you will do so, what you will get? You will get it to be 0, right? So the function at z equals to 0, the residue is 0. Okay, next you will see for what? Now we will see the first term. Okay, so for this is for what? This is for z equals to I. So what you were having? You were having 2 pi I, and here you're having what? You were having, because we have done the cancellation, you were having z plus I ln z by z plus I whole square. This was what you were having. Okay, this was what you were having. So you will have to just differentiate this. So I'm just differentiating here only. So this is 2 pi I. Okay, this is z equals to I. So when you will do so, u by v form, this is z plus I to the power 4. So keeping v as it is, ln z will be what? 1 by z. Okay, minus, keeping what? ln z, you will get what? 2 z plus I. Okay, so further when you will do 2 pi I, this is z is equals to I. Now if you take z plus I common from both of them, here you will get what? Z plus I by z. Okay, minus, here you will get 2 ln z, and in the denominator you will have z plus I whole cube z is equals to I. Clear? This is just differentiation. Now you see, you got it to be what? 2 pi I. Okay. Here you are having what? Z plus I by z minus 2 ln z by z plus I whole cube. Z is equals to I. So now see here, this is 2 pi I. When you will put it to be what? I. Okay. Then you will have what? 2I by I. So here you will have only 2. Okay. Minus. This is what? This is ln I. Okay. So ln I can be written as what? Ln e to the power I pi by 2. Okay. So finally you can write it as what? I pi by 2. Ln e is what? 1. Power comes, okay, in front. So this will give you the value of ln I. All right. So I'm writing here, this is I pi by 2 into it 2. In the denominator, it will be what? 2I, I plus I, 2I cube, that is 8I cube. So this 2 will cancel this 2. Okay. So finally what you are having? 2 pi I into with what? 2 minus I pi. That means here you are having what? 2 pi I into with 2 by 8I cube. Okay. Minus I pi by 8I cube. Okay. So this is 2 4s, right? This will give you what? This is 2 pi I. I'm just multiplying it. This is 4 I cube minus. This is what? This is 2 pi I here into it. This will give you what? I and I will get cancelled. This is pi by 8I square. Okay. So when you will do, this is 2 2s, right? And I will get cancelled. So this is pi by 2. Okay. This I square will give you what? I square will give you 1 minus sign. All right. This is what? Minus I and I will get cancelled. This I will go above. So it will become plus. This will give you 2 4s. So you're getting pi square by what? 4. Right? Is it okay? Here one I will be there. So this is what you will get. You can write it as what? Pi square I by 4 minus pi by 2. All right. This is the value. Clear? So now what you will do? We will do the next part. This you are getting. Now you see, you know, for minus infinity to plus infinity we were doing. Okay. Ln z by, here you are getting what? Z square plus 1 whole square dz. So it's neither even, it's neither odd. So how you can write it? You can write it as what? You can write 0, you can write minus infinity to 0. Okay. Plus this is what? 0 to infinity. Yes or no? This is ln z by z square plus 1 whole square dz. And here you will write what? Ln z z square plus 1 whole square dz. All right. Now you see here what you will do? You will write z as minus z. Okay. To change the limit. So you can write it as what? How you will write? You will write it as what? Minus infinity to, what you will write here? Minus infinity to 0. Okay, I'm writing minus z. So this is minus z. This is minus dz. In the denominator, you will have what? You will have here z square plus 1 whole square. Okay, plus 0 to infinity ln z by z square plus 1 whole square dz. All right. So this minus sign is there, making it 0 to infinity. This is ln minus z. This you are having what? Z square plus 1 whole square dz plus 0 to infinity ln z by z square plus 1 this dz. This is whole square. All right. Till here it is clear. You have just done the limit. Okay, integration limit. It's minus infinity to 0. So I have made it 0 to infinity. All right. So now this is done. You're getting the limit, integration limit to be 0 to infinity. Okay, now we will see this part. For this part, okay, we will use the logarithm property. What is the logarithm property that we will be using? We know ln a dot b, it is equals to what? Ln a plus ln b. So you are having here integration minus infinity to plus infinity ln z, okay, by z square plus 1 whole square dz. It was equals to what? It was equals to integration. You can see limit was 0 to infinity. So you can write 0 to infinity ln minus z by z square plus 1 whole square dz plus 0 to infinity. You are having here ln z square plus 1 whole square dz. Okay, this is ln minus 1 z. Okay, so when you will do so, you can write ln minus 1 plus ln z. This ln minus 1 can be written as what? Ln e to the power I pi plus ln z. So ultimately you will get it to be what? Just I pi plus ln z. Yes or no? So this will be I pi integration 0 to infinity. This is dz by z square plus 1 whole square plus this is 0 to infinity. Here I am writing 2 because ln z square plus 1 you will have, right? So this is also same. So I'm writing 2 ln z square plus 1 whole square dz. Clear? Now you see this is the imaginary part. This is the real part. This I'm considering to be what? Equation 2. Okay. The previous one, this I'm considering to be equation 1. Now when you will compare what? When you will compare equation 1 and equation 2. Okay. When you will compare the real part. Okay. Comparing real parts of equation 1 and 2. When you will compare the real part of equation 1 and equation 2, what you will get? You will get 2 integration 0 to infinity ln z square plus 1 whole square dz. It is equals to what? So here if you see the real part is what? Minus pi by 2, right? It is equals to minus pi by 2. We need the value of integral 0 to infinity ln z square plus 1 whole square dz. It is equals to what? These two will come to the right hand side, so it will be minus pi by 4. All right, so you get the value of your limit, so integral, that is minus pi by 4. So the correct answer is what? Option B. All right, so this is option B. So make sure that you will do the calculations very correctly. Okay, so we have done what? Just have a look. First we have seen the poles, then we have checked which poles will lie inside, then we have just find their residues. Okay, and this is a bit a different calculation. Here I have taken this particular integration. Okay, this particular integration I have done, and the way of solving you will have to remember where there's limit, how you can solve. Okay, so that's it in this question. Now let's move to the next question. What you have in the second question, it is said as x tends to 1, the infinite series x minus 1 by 3x cubed plus 1 by 5x to the power 5 minus 1 by 7x to this power 7 will diverge, converge to unity, converge to pi by 4, or none of the above. So when you see this series is what? You can just see the important relation part there also have discussed. Okay, so you can see it is the series of what? Tan inverse x. Okay, tan inverse x is equals to what? X minus 1 by 3 x cube. Okay, plus 1 by 5 x to the power 5 minus 1 by 7 x to the power 7, and so on. Now you see when x tends to what? 1, that is tan inverse 1. So it will be what? 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 plus and so on. So now you see this one, when you will get the value 1. Okay, when you will have what here? 10 pi by 4. Yes or no? 10 pi by 4 value is 1. So this will be same. Right hand side, I'm keeping it same. So this will give you what? Ultimately in the left hand side you will have what? Pi by 4. Okay, on calculation this is equals to what? This infinite series will what? It will converge to pi by 4. Yes or no? So this is very simple. Just you will have to write the series of tan inverse x. Okay, x tends to 1. So for 1, the value of tan is what? Tan pi by 4 is 1. And then you can get the value, okay, to which the series will converge. Clear? Now let's see the next question. Here it is said, what is the value of the following series? Here two series sum is given to you. This is square, okay? So you will have to say the values. So when you will see these two series, you know that cos theta, okay, and sine theta. These important relations I have done in the lectures, you can see. So for the cos theta, what is the series? It is 1 minus 1 by factorial 2 theta square plus theta to the power 4 factorial 4 minus and so on. And for sine, what you are having? It is theta minus 1 by factorial 3 theta cube plus 1 by factorial 5 theta to the power 5 minus and so on. Alternate plus minus. Now you see, when you will take theta equals to what? 1. Then you can write what? Cos 1 equals to 1 minus 1 by factorial 2 plus 1 by factorial 4 minus and so on. Similarly, for sine 1, what you will write? It will be, theta will be what? 1, right? 1 minus 1 by factorial 3 plus 1 by factorial 5 minus and so on. So finally, what you can write, this series to be, this is cos 1, the first term. So this cos 1 whole square plus second one is what? Sine 1 whole square. Okay, that is cos square 1 plus sine square 1. We know cos square theta plus sine square theta, it is equals to what? 1. So the value is what? 1. So the correct option is what? Option D. Clear? Just you will have to remember the series, then you can just analyze it and do it within few seconds. Clear? Now let's see the next question. It is said compute limit z tends to 0. Okay, real part of z square, okay, plus imaginary part of z square divided by z square. So four options are there. Limit does not exist. Second is 1. Third is minus I. Fourth is what? Minus 1. Now you see, when will the limit exist? Okay, suppose if I'm considering this example, this is the real axis, this is the imaginary axis, okay? Suppose Z needs to approach Z naught, this point is Z naught. Okay, so you can see here what is happening. Z approaches Z naught through what? Infinite number of paths, yes or no? But for every path, the limiting value is what? Same. That means the limiting value is not depending on the path. So when the limiting value will not depend on the path, in that case, what you will say? The limit exists. Clear? So in our term, if you see z is equals to what? In our problem, z is equals to what? X plus iy. So z square is equals to what? X square minus y square, okay, plus 2ixy. Now this is the real part of z square, this is the imaginary part. Okay, so you can write limit x tends to 0. This will be x square minus y square plus this is 2xy divided by z square is what? X square minus y square plus 2ixy. Now you see here it is said what? This is z, okay, z tends to 0. Z tends to 0 means what? X comma y tends to what? 0. This is what it means. It tends to 0. Okay, now you see the equation of path, it is given by y is equals to mx. Here m is what? The slope. Okay, slope will be different for different path. Okay, so here what you will see in this case, z tends to 0 is given. So x and y both tends to 0. So for the first case, if I take limit x tends to 0, all right. So real part of what? Real part of z square is x square minus y square. So limit x tends to 0. Here y is equals to what? Mx. Okay. So here if I take this is x square, y is equals to what? Mx. So it is m square x square plus again 2 x is there. So this is x square m because it is y is equals to what? Mx. Again if you see here, this will give you what? X square minus m square x square plus here you will get 2I mx square. All right. So from all this, if you see from the entire term, if you take what x square, what common, if I take x square common, then you will get what 1 minus m square, okay, plus 2m by what 1 minus m square plus 2mi. This is what you will get. This is what it is there. Now you see here this particular limit, it will depend on what path, yes or no. This particular limit here, it is depending on path. So for this reason the limit will not exist, because when limit will exist, when limiting value is what independent of the path. So here I will write here limit, because here m is there, m is what, m is the path, yes or no, slope is the path. So this limit will depend on what, it will depend on the path. So limit does not exist. Clear? So the option is option A. You will have to just remember, I'm writing here, okay, the limit will exist, okay, if the limiting value is independent of the path along which z approaches to z0. All right. So when limiting value will depend on the path, then the limit will not exist. Clear? So what is the value of the integral? What is the integral? You're having I is equals to contour of sine z by 2z minus pi dz. Here C is a circle with mod z equals to 2. Okay, so you will have to find the value of this particular integral. So mod z equals to 2, that means the radius is what 2, and the circle is centered at the origin. Okay, so first of all what we will do, we will write the function fz is equals to what, sine z by 2z minus pi. So sine z, we know e to the power I theta is equals to what, cos theta plus I sine theta. So sine theta is what, imaginary part of e to the power I theta, so it is imaginary part of e to the power I z. This is 2z minus pi. Okay, now we will find the pole, so we will put what, 2z minus pi equals to 0. So this will give you z is equals to what, pi by 2. So the radius is what, 2, yes or no. So z equals to pi by 2, it will lie inside, yes or no. This pole will lie inside the contour. So we will find the residue. So how you will find the residue? Residue for z is equals to pi by 2. It will be z minus pi by 2. Function is what, e to the power I by z. This I'm taking 2 common, z minus pi by 2. And here z is equals to what, pi by 2. So z minus pi by 2, z minus pi by 2 gets cancelled. E to the power I, z is what, pi by 2 divided by 2. So you will have to write here one imaginary is there, right? So when you will take the imaginary part of what, e to the power pi by 2, you will get 1 by 2. Yes or no? Taking the imaginary part, the residue is this. Okay, residue is 1 by 2 taking imaginary part. Okay, so finally you see here I will be equals to what, 2 pi I into with what you will have, 1 by 2. This is the residue, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. It is just pi I. All right, so the answer is option C. Clear? You have to just see the pole and solve. Now you see this question. What is given to you here? The value of limit z tends to what? Z tends to I. and you are having z to the power 10 plus 1 by z to the power 6 plus 1, it is equals to what? You have to just find the value of the limit. So you will apply the L'Hopital rule. I've already said in L'Hopital rule, what is there? If you are having what? Limit x tends to a, okay, fx by gx, and if it reduces, okay, it reduces to 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, this form, okay. Also, if fx and gx are what? Differentiable, okay. When you will have this form of limits problems, and if you will get the form of 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, and if fx and gx are what? Differentiable, then how you will find their value? You will just put limit x tends to a, f prime x, g prime x. So in our case, what you are having? Z to the power 10 plus 1, I have divided by z to the power 6 plus I. So when you will put here limit z tends to what? I. So this is z to the power 10 plus 1, z to the power 6 plus 1. So if you will put here I to the power 10 plus 1, I to the power what? 6 plus 1. So when you will do this one, you will get 0 by 0. Yes or no? This is minus 1. And this is what? This is also what? Minus. Yes or no? So finally what you will get? In this case, you will get it to be 0 by 0 form. So we will do what? We will write limit z tends to I. This will give you what? 10 z to the power 9. This will become 0. So this is what? 6 z to the power what? 5. So this will give you 10 by 6. This is what? Z to the power 9. This is z to the power 5. So finally you will get what? I by I only. You can do and see I and 10 z to the power 9 is what? I. Z to the power 5 is also I. This is 2 5s are 2 3s are. So finally you will get 5 by 3. So this is the value. Clear? It was not that tough. You could do it easily. Next you see question number 7. Here it is given an analytic function fz is equals to what? Phi is a function of xy plus I, psi is a function of xy. So here phi is given to you x square plus 4x minus y square plus 2y, and c is what? Constant. So which of the following relation is true? So you are having the function. This is what? The real part. This is the imaginary part. The value of the real part is given to you. So you can just do the sum very easily. I guess firstly we will use the CR condition. Yes or no? So what is the CR condition? Del phi del x is equals to del psi del y, and del phi del y, it is equals to what? Minus del psi del x. So first you do del phi del x. When you will do this, what you will get? 2x plus 4, right? This is y, so it's constant, it will be 0. This is del psi del y. So psi will be equals to what? 2x integration del y, okay, plus 4 integration what? Del y plus constant will be what? Fx. So when you will do, you will get psi is equals to what? 2xy integration of del y. This will give you what? 4y plus f of x. This is equation 1. Similarly, you will do for this, differentiate phi with respect to y now. So you will get this two term will be giving 0. This two terms you will have to differentiate. Y square on differentiation will give you what? With respect to y, minus 2y plus 2y will give you what? 2. This is minus del psi by del x. Okay. So finally, if I take minus common, you will write what? 2y minus 2 equals to what? Del psi by del x. So you can just write psi is equals to what? You can write 2y integration del x minus integration 2 will be outside, del x plus constant will be f of y. So psi is equals to what? This is 2xy minus 2x plus f of y. So you can see f of x. When you will compare, you will get f of x equals to what? 2x. Yes or no? F of y is what? 4y. And you know, when you will combine equation 1 and 2, I have already said same thing that you will get there in the previous lecture. Okay, you can just go and check also, which will be double times. Now you will have to write only once. Psi will be equals to what? as a function of xy. 2xy is twice, so I'm writing once, plus this will give you what? 4y, right? Next you are getting what? Minus 2x plus this is c, the constant. So finally what you got? Option C, 2xy plus 4y minus 2x plus c. Simple. So this is not a very complicated calculation. The calculation was quite simple. All right. Now you see this. Here it is said to you the sum of the infinite series 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 is what? You're having four options: 2 pi, pi, pi by 2, pi by 4. So first of all, you see tan inverse x. Okay, in this interval where x is what? Greater than minus 1 but less than 1. For this, the expansion of this series expansion of tan inverse x is what? Tan inverse x, it is equals to x minus x cubed by 3 plus x to the power 5 by 5 minus x to the power 7 by 7 plus and so on. Okay, so when you will put x to be 1, that is what? Tan inverse 1. Then you will get 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 7 and so on. This is the series here. Now you see 1 is there. So tan 5 by 4 value is what? 1, right? And the series in the right hand side, it will be same. I'm not repeating it. So from here in the left hand side, you will get what? Pi by 4. So the value of this series is what? Pi by 4. So the correct answer is option D. You can see this same question was there in 2014, I guess. Okay, the same question is repeated, but only the language is different. Okay. Now, so here the integral is given to you that integral I is equals to 0 to infinity root over x minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square. Okay, so you will have to just find the value of this integral. So to do this type of integral, first of all, what you will consider, you will take let 1 plus z square is equals to what? X. So from here you will get what? Dx is equals to 2z dz. All right. Now you see from here, if you see z square is equals to what? X minus 1. So z is equals to what? Root over x minus 1. This we will substitute in the numerator. And in the denominator, you are having what? 1 plus x, okay, whole square. So 1 plus x whole square, x is equals to what? 1 plus z square, 1 plus 1 is there, whole square. So it is 2 plus z square, whole square, okay? So these things we will substitute here, and you will get the integral I equals to 0 to infinity. This is z, okay? 2z is there, so 2z square dz, okay? Because dx is what? 2z dz. So this will become z square, right? In the denominator, what you will have? 2 plus z square whole square. Clear? This is what you are having. Now the limit is what? 0 to infinity. So I will write half minus infinity to plus infinity. This is 2z square dz by 2 plus z square whole square. 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and you will get the integral minus infinity to plus infinity z square by 2 plus z square whole square dz. Okay, now we will find the poles. So what you are having? Z square plus 2 equals to 0. That implies z is equals to what? Z square equals to minus 2 and z is equals to plus minus I root 2. Okay, so if you see here, one is plus I root 2, one is minus I root 2. So minus I, it will lie obviously outside. Yes or no? Only I root 2 will lie inside. This lies inside. Okay, and this is pole of order 2. Okay, so we will find the residue for z is equals to what? I root 2. So how we are finding pole of order 2? It is 1 by factorial n minus 1. N is here 2. So 2 minus 1 is what? 1. 1 by factorial 1. So this is d dz. Here you will have what? Z minus I root 2 whole square. Right? Function is what? z square by, here you will have what? Z minus I root 2 whole square, z plus I root 2 whole square. Okay, and z is equals to what? I root 2. This will get cancelled. Okay, and you will have what? D dz of this function. D dz of what? Z square by z plus I root 2 whole square. Okay, now what you will do? You will do the differentiation. Okay, so you will have to do the differentiation of d dz of z square by z plus I root 2 whole square. So it's just simple. This will give you what? Z plus I root 2. V square is what? 2 square, so it's 4. Z plus I root 2 whole square is as it is. Z square will give you what? 2z minus. This time z square is as it is, and this will give you what? 2z plus I root 2. Again on differentiating, you will just get 1. Okay. Now if I take z plus I root 2 common from both the terms in numerator, here I will have what? 2z, z plus I root 2, okay, minus 2z square, okay, and denominator you will have what? Z plus I root 2, I'm keeping this side, z plus I root 2 whole cube. This will get cancelled, and finally you will have what? 2z, z plus I root 2 minus 2z square by z plus I root 2 whole cube. So finally what you can write here? You can write here it to be equals to what? You will have here 2z, z plus I root 2, okay, minus 2z square by z plus I root 2 whole cube, and z is equals to what? I root 2, okay, this is z equals to. So when you will put z is equals to what? I root 2 here, this is what? Z plus I root 2, this is also I root 2, okay, minus this is what? 2, this is I root 2 whole square. Denominator you will get what? I root 2 plus I root 2 whole cube. So finally, if I take 2 I root 2 common, okay, from the numerator, here I will get what? This will give me what? I root 2 plus I root 2, 2I root 2 minus. And here I will get what? Just I root 2. Yes or no? In the denominator, it's 2I root 2 whole cube. Yes or no? So it's 2I root 2 1 here, here 2I root 2 whole square. This I'm getting cancelled. From here in the numerator I will get I root 2. In the denominator what I will get? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8 I square. Right? This is what I will get. So when you will do so, you can see from this entire thing, I will cancel this I, right? And this root 2, this side 1 minus, this I will go in the numerator. This is what? If I take this is 2 into with what? 4. Okay, you can write it as what? Minus I root 2 into it, root 2, 2 is what? Root 2 into it, root 2. So finally you will get what? 4 root 2. Okay, this is what you will have. So finally I will be equals to what? So it is lying in the z is equals to I root 2. It is lying in the imaginary axis. So the integral is what? 2 pi into with the sum of residues. So there is only one residue minus I by 4 root 2. Okay. So this 2 cancels what? 2. 2 is a I into with I is what? I square. That is minus 1. So this becomes positive. This is pi by what? 2 root 2. So the correct option is pi by 2 root 2. So pi by 2 root 2 is option B. So just option B is correct. It is just simple. Just go for the pole, see the order of the pole, find the residue, and just find the value of the integral using the Cauchy's integral theorem. All right. Now let's see this question. Question number 10. This question is from just 2018. Okay. So what is given to you here? Here it is said the integration minus infinity to plus infinity cos x dx is what? You are having 4 options.
So first of all, I'll write fz is equals to what? This is cos z pi z square plus 1. You can write cos z as what? Real part of e to the power I z. We have done it multiple number of times. E to the power I theta is equals to what? Cos theta plus I sin theta. From here you can write now this is the real part of e to the power I theta. So that's what we have done. This z square, that's z square plus 1. Now we will find the pole. So pole is what? Z square plus 1 equals to 0. That means z square equals to minus 1. So z is equals to what? Plus minus I. Right? So this is a simple pole. So we know we are considering only the upper half. So plus I lies here, minus I lies here. So only plus I will lie inside, minus I will be outside. So we will find the residue for z is equals to I. So what you will get, limit z is equals to I. Okay, so here it is z minus I. Here you are having the function e to the power iz. This is what? Z plus I. This is z minus I. Okay, z minus I gets cancelled. E to the power I square, z is equals to I. This will give you what? 2I, right? So e to the power I square is giving you what? E to the power minus 1 by 2I. Okay, so finally the integral I is equals to what? It is lying in the imaginary axis, so it will be 2 pi I into with the residue e to the power minus 1 by 2I. So this 2I gets cancelled. You will get what? Pi by e to the power minus 1 is what? E. So this pi by E. So the correct option is option A. All right. So I don't think the problems are very tough. Okay. Now let's see question number 11. Okay. So what it is said, consider the function xy is equals to mod of x minus I mod of y. So you have to say in which domain of the complex plane is this function analytic. So when will this function be analytic? We know a function is not analytic when you cannot write the function in the polynomial of z. Okay, when you can write any function. Okay, when a function can be reduced to the polynomial of z, it is analytic. Okay, that means when you will have z bar na, then it is non-analytic. Clear? So now you will have to see, for suppose z is equals to x plus iy. This is what we are having now, the basic way, the basic complex number z. So in the first quadrant, what is there? X is was greater than 0, y is also greater than 0. So here you are writing x plus iy. Okay, so this is z. In the second quadrant, x is less than 0, but y is what? Greater than 0. That is, it is x minus iy. So this is z bar. Okay. In the third quadrant, x is also less than 0, y is also less than 0. So this you will get what? Minus x minus iy. So minus x plus iy. That means it is minus z. Okay. In the fourth quadrant, here x is greater than 0, but y is what? Less than 0. Okay. This is x minus iy. So this is z bar. Okay. Now you are having the function what? Mod of x minus I mod of y. That is x minus iy. You can do and see. Okay. This will be x minus iy. So now for this, what you will see in the first quadrant, if you will have to multiply what? Because x is greater than 0, y is greater than, so plus, so you will get the same thing, x minus iy. Okay. But the general form is what? The general form is x plus iy. When you will compare it with what? X plus iy, this is what? Z bar, right? Second, you see in the second quadrant, x is what? Less than 0. So you will have to multiply minus. So this will give you minus x. Y is greater than this one. So this is minus iy only when you will multiply a plus. So finally, this is what? X plus iy minus taking common. So this is minus z. Okay. In the third quadrant, both are less than 0. So you will have what? Minus x plus iy, multiplying minus with both of them. So this is minus x minus iy. So when you will compare with the general complex number x plus iy, so this is what? Minus z bar, right? In the fourth quadrant, you see x is what? Greater than 0. That means you will multiply plus. So this will be x, but y is less than 0. This will give you what? Plus minus a plus, because minus you will have to multiply. So it is x plus iy. So this is what? Z only, na? When you will compare with the z equals to x plus iy. So here you see in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant, you are having z bar. But in the second and fourth quadrant, you're having what? You're not having any sort of these things, na? You're not having bar, right? That means you have reduced the function in the polynomial of what? You have reduced the function in the polynomial of z, right? So only in the second and fourth quadrant, the function is what? Analytic. Okay, so the correct answer is what? Option C. Clear? Now you see, let R be the position vector of a point on a closed contour C. So what is the value of the line integral? So R is the position vector. It is position vector of a point on a closed contour. So you have to just find the value of the line integral. So this is just the Stokes theorem, right? We know now the Stokes theorem is what? The line integral of a vector field over a loop. It is equals to the flux of its curl through the enclosed surface. So you can just write what? The line integral of I dot dr, it is equals to what? The surface integral of del cross r dr. Okay, this is what you can write. So you see, r is equals to what? X I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, and del, you know, it is d dx of I cap plus d dy of j cap plus d dz of k cap. So when you will take the curl I cap, j cap, k cap, I cap, this is what? D dx, this is d dy, this is d dz, this is also d dx. So this is what? X y z x. So for this you see, this is d dy, so it will be what? 0 again. For j cap you see d dz x, d dy z 0, and for this last for ke, when you see d dx of y, d dx of z. So del cross what? R, it is equals to 0. So finally the line integral's value is what? 0. So the correct option is option A. Clear? It's simple. Now we will see, this is the last question. Okay, this is the question of just 2020. So you will have to find the value of the contour integral I, which is taken counterclockwise around circle. Mod of z is equals to what? 2. So mod of z is equals to 2. This is the integral given to you. Okay, integral is what? Dz by z cube into its z plus 4. Mod of z is equals to 2 means what? Radius is 2, centered at the origin. See the pole, z cube equals to what? 0. So z equals to 0. It is pole of order 3. And z is equals to what? Z plus 4 is equals to what? 0. So z is equals to what? Minus 4. Yes or no? Z is equals to minus 4. It is what? Simple pole. You are having mod of z is equals to 2. That means what? Here you will have 2. This is what? 2. This is 2y. This is minus 2y. This is minus 2. Okay. This is how the circle will be formed. So minus 4 will what? This will lie outside. So you will have to find the residue for z equals to 0, which is pole of order 3. So how you write z residue for what? First of all, let us write fz is equals to this 1 by z cube by z plus 4. And residue for what? Z equals to 0. So 1 by pole of order 3. So you will have what? 3 minus 1 factorial. So factorial 2. This is what? D square by dz square. Here again you will have what? Z minus what? This is ultimately z cube you can write here. To the power n will be there, na? So z minus 0, z minus what? A whole cube, like that, no? So you will write z cube, n, okay, this is n. This is z cube. The function is what? 1 by z cube, z plus 4. Okay, and you're having what? Z is equals to 0. So z cube gets cancelled. 1 by factorial 2 is 2. D square, dz square of what? z plus 4. Okay, that is z plus 4 to the power minus 1. And here you will have what? Z is equals to 0. So this is simple. When you will do the differentiation of what? Z plus 4 to the power minus 1 two times. Okay, first time when differentiation you will get what? Minus 1. This is what? Z plus 4 whole to the power minus 2. Second term when you will do, you will get 2. This z plus 4 whole to the power minus 3. Yes or no? Just simple differentiation is there. So 1 by 2 into with this will give you what? 2. Here you will have what? 1 by z plus 4 whole cube. Z is equals to 0. Put z equals to 0, you will have what? 4 cube, that is what? 64. This 2 gets cancelled. So you are having 1 by 64. All right. So finally, you will have to write the integral. I is equals to what? I is equals to 2 pi I into with sum of the residues. Sum of the residues you will have 1 by 64. Okay, so it's 2, 3s are 2s. So pi I by 32. This is the answer. Option B. So you have to remember one thing here. The question was simple. One thing always you have to remember, that in complex plane, okay, counterclockwise direction residues is positive. Okay, in complex plane, the counterclockwise residues is always positive, and clockwise, okay, clockwise residues is negative. Clear? So this is something that you will have to remember. So you could see the questions are very simple. The basic thing is that you will have to just go and see the lectures if you're having any problem in the theory, and then you can solve the questions very easily. Thank you so much. Have a good day.